Hello everyone, welcome to Just Invest Today, and in today's video we are talking about Alibaba's Ant Pay, Ant Financial, man, and this has a huge upside. I think it can even IPO in 2022. Man, Jack Ma has been making strides in this company. There's been a lot of undercover articles about Ant Pay, Ant Financial, and what's going on there because, man, if this thing IPOs in 2022, Alibaba will literally take off. Remember, the whole November crash because the $37 billion IPO that got canceled by the government, man, they are making strides to kind of fix that and kind of get under the government's good graces. So let's talk about this. But before we do, like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'm providing you with so much new content. So let's get into this. Jack Ma's Ant rebounds some credit offerings as part of the overhaul. Ant Group has started making it clear to customers if they are borrowing from outside lenders or from the company itself. And this is so true because remember, Ant Pay, Ant Financial, remember, they have a consumer lending product or credit platform named Huabei, right? And they're letting customers actually access credit offline, online. You're able to buy products with kind of like a payment service that can take up to 12 months to actually pay off your debt. So they're giving you that lending time. And when you think about it, almost like kind of like a firm, how you can buy now and pay later, and you can pay in installments with a fee. That's what Alibaba was doing. You were actually getting money from the partners in Alipay. So the government wants Alibaba to specify, is this coming from a bank, is this coming from lenders, or is this coming from Alibaba itself, the company's money? So that's another structuring deal that Alibaba is going through, as well as they have to actually make a different kind of app for what they're doing, a whole different finance company. So that in itself is putting Alibaba into the good atmosphere with the government and in good place, good standing with the government. So that's the kind of roles, that's the kind of movements they've been doing. So you could honestly possibly see an IPO at the end of this year, man. I am not discounting that because if we do, we are going to see Alibaba just prices shoot up like crazy, man. Remember, Ant Financial was going to be the biggest IPO ever, $37 billion or something crazy at the time it was going to IPO. Look at this new article. China Cinda takes 24% stake in Ant's consumer credit unit. See, and these are the type of moves Alibaba is making. It's a state-owned asset manager. And remember, when it's state-owned and it has that kind of backing, fundraising exercise that will more than triple its registered capital. China Cinda Asset Management, which is owned by the country's finance ministry, said in a statement to Hong Kong Stock Exchange that it will contribute $6 billion, giving a 20% stake in Chaiqing and consumer finance. And Chongqing is like their new kind of development, the new app that they're kind of developing, as they have to separate Huabei and Jiebei from the actual lending program of Alipay or the payment program with Alipay, because they were kind of mixing that up and kind of hiding it in that whole Alipay financial group lending services. So now they have to separate it so consumers know what they're doing and what they're getting themselves into. And you have to remember that this whole thing with the whole Ant Financial clipping the wings of Ant Financial, you have to just realize that what Alibaba was doing before, it was just lending out money. They're lending out to small businesses, to consumers like crazy. And remember, the government does not want this problem on its hand again. Look what's happening with Evergrande. Evergrande is in this position because it was getting money that it was promised and it was not actually doing the services that it was garnering. So think about it like Alibaba. If Alibaba is lending out all this money and these consumers, these small businesses can't pay for it, you're just creating another bubble, almost like an Evergrande bubble. So they don't want these bubbles to just expand out of line and just go crazy. So that's why they did that. With Alibaba and Tencent having 90% of the payment sector, you know the government was actually going to kind of hold it accountable and make sure they're doing the right things when it comes to payment, lending, consumer debt, and all of that stuff. So this is great news, I think, for Ant. I think Ant, like, this can make huge rounds if they IPO this year, at the end of this year, which is I think has a huge potential of happening or can possibly happen, man. And you're gonna see Baba just take off. This is a huge catalyst for Baba if this happens. So tell me what you think about this video. Like it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll get back to you in the next video.